What if you had a way to orchestrate the whole video production process? So you've probably seen tools that can generate videos, generate images. But when you think about the big picture of creating your script and then creating each of the different assets, splicing the video, getting the audio just right, it's nice to have a pipeline that brings it all together. Today, I want to show you OpenMontage. This is the GitHub repository for OpenMontage, and this is where you're going to find the code as well as documentation like this in the README. Let's start with looking at a couple quick examples of what's been produced with the framework. So the first video we see here is a sci-fi trailer, and you'll see how it was produced with the framework, starting with the concept and script, and then using VO for the animations and Remotion to compose all the various assets together into one rendered clip. You'll also see some fun animated videos, and you'll see also that there's different tools being used. Like, for example, here we're using the Google Chirp 3 for narration, so doing text-to-speech. That's one of the tools in the pipeline available to you. Let's skip ahead a little bit here in the README and look at the pipeline. The pipeline is where you're going to see the various pieces available to you. So you have everything from Flip Factory to dubbing the video, screen demos, etc. These are all various pipelines available to you. And within each of the pipelines, you can see there's a series of common steps. So first is a research stage where you're getting on the same page with the model about what you want to put into your video. You then get a proposal. So there's checkpoints at each stage. You confirm the script, you build the scene plan. The assets are then created. You're going to edit it and then compose it or bring it all together into a rendered video. Let's now dive into it and show how to make it work. You'll see now I'm in the Antigravity IDE. You can use your agent of choice. And the way that OpenMontage works is it's structured around the GitHub project itself. So you start with cloning the repository like we see here, and then running a Makefile that gets all the pieces in place. So once you've done that, you've scaffolded out the various directories here, and you're going to then work within a project. And so we don't have to create a separate folder or anything like that. We literally work within OpenMontage. And you'll just work with your agent as you normally do. It's pre-installing skills that are applicable to video production. You'll notice some common skills if you're familiar with this type of work, like FFmpeg that allows for cutting the videos, slicing, that type of thing, among many other capabilities. And you'll see tools for transitions, Hyperframes, etc. So it kind of brings together a lot of skills all in one place for you. And let's also walk through a couple other quick things. You're going to see the various styles in one place. So it comes with a few styles out of the box. And when I demo this, you'll notice I've made a couple tweaks to it. And I think this shows the power of it is that you have a great starting point, but you can update the assets, update the tools. So let's now try to create our own video. So I literally might say, I'd like to create a video about demonstrating OpenMontage. Okay, really creative video title right here. And so you're going to see it working, understanding the project, looking at the skills which help guide it along the way. I might then be confirming some of the commands that it's asking me to. And it's just basically going to understand what it's working with and jump starting the process. And as it goes through understanding the OpenMontage repo here, then we'll move on to generating the asset. And you'll notice a couple things here. First, we have a series of images that are coordinated with the script. You also notice that we've got a background track for music, and it's all coordinated together. We've also got the captions. And so this created a minute explainer video for me about neural networks. Now back to Antigravity and creating our OpenMontage video. You can see that it's done its homework and it has an implementation plan. And this is one of the things, by the way, I like a lot about Antigravity is it gives you a plan. So it walks through what it thinks that I want and looks at my environment, that I've got Google music generation, text to speech, and it's going to just kind of set all those defaults up for me. it'll ask me questions and I can review the plan. So it'll say, okay, we have 4 different directions that you could take with this video, an animated explainer or something like that. So let's take a quick look at this and say, okay, gosh, we've got architecture deep dive and a developer hype reel. Okay, I'll just say this looks good, and I'll go ahead and review the plan, and it's going to finalize what that looks like. And it ends up with various checkpoint files that have all the details, and then I'll approve those and it will start the process. And that's basically all it takes. You'll also see that under tools, you've got a variety of tools available from, audio and graphics and so forth. I actually added a new tool myself. So there's Google Lyria here, which helps you with music generation. And so it's using the Gemini API, and it works great. And that's where my background music comes from. And text to speech is also in there as well. That helps with the narration, and you can pick your own voices.
Got a working AI prototype in Google AI Studio, but need it online? Here's the 10-minute solution. Google Cloud Starter Tier lets you launch instantly.
You see that I'm mostly using various images, maybe every 10 seconds or so to kind of tell that story. And that's a common way that videos are created. But also I can use VO to have actual live video as well. And so maybe I want to mix some background scenes along with video clips to assemble my video. And that's where you have a choice of 2 composers, either Remotion or Hyperframes for that. And they both have their different styles and pros and cons, and the framework will help you with those decisions. So that's OpenMontage. Again, to summarize this, it is a pipeline for building your own videos. It brings together a series of tools for audio and video to create the video that you want. Hope this was helpful. Have a great day. Thanks, folks.